So we went into this project looking at the effects of different types of teaching methods teachers have, and the issue that we decided that the person hiring us wanted to figure out was whether or not he needed to put in a continuing education system into the school. So we looked at a few different things. We did a questionnaire, about 115 students. We did a focus group of 6 students here at Albany. And the majority of the students that took the questionnaire, there were seniors and juniors. There were a few sophomores and freshmen involved. 53% were female, 45% were male. Out of the students that took the survey, 61% were business administration majors, and 39% were in other majors or other degree programs. Basically, we asked them about their overall satisfaction of the school. We asked them about what they thought of different class sizes, different teaching methods. We asked them what they thought of adjunct teachers versus full tenured teachers. And we also asked them if they thought it was necessary for teachers to have some sort of continuing education. 40% were satisfied with their overall satisfied with UAlbany. 22% were somewhat satisfied. So during the focus group, a lot of the students were talking about class size. They felt that most of the students wanted to be in a small classroom. They felt that it was more effective in learning. And the classrooms were less than 50 students. Some of the students wanted to be in a classroom that was more around 50 to 150. But the least amount of students that took the questionnaire decided that it was most effective to be in a large lecture center. While the focus group members acknowledged the fact that it's probably not realistic to completely do away with lecture centers, and like I said, some of the students actually prefer lecture centers, but a very small percentage. They said that it was generally somewhat challenging when it comes to retention of class material when you're in a large lecture center. And then we also asked questions about various teaching methods and the ability of the adjuncts to perform at the same level as fully tenured professors. The students in the focus group concluded that there's not really any single best way to teach students. They did agree on certain techniques that were better than others. We also found that to be the same with the questionnaire. Most students believe that PowerPoint slides are very effective when it comes to the teaching methods, but a lot of the students tend to be discouraged to go to class when the professors just read directly off them. There's no student interaction. They also agreed that group work, use of technology such as Blackboard, and assigning articles outside of the textbook were definitely effective teaching methods. The students didn't generally find the use of guest speakers to be ineffective or effective. Some of them said that it was effective, and most of them really didn't see either way. They also saw that 39% of the students said that it was very important, and 36% said that it was extremely important for professors to relate current events to the material that they were learning. And then 40% of the respondents believed that high levels of student-teacher interaction was a very effective teaching method. 35% believed that it was effective. So most students felt that some level of student-teacher interaction, including all those other things with assigning group work and use of technology, assigning the articles, keeping things up to date, having current events going on in the class, they felt that it was very effective in retaining everything that they were learning and applying it. We also asked them about having clicker questions, frequent quizzes, videos in class. They were somewhat important. They didn't believe that it was quite as important as the other methods though. When we asked them about adjunct professors, the students in the questionnaire responded that they were just as effective as fully tenured professors in the areas of overall quality of teaching, time management, and teaching style. according to the focus group members, some sort of continued education is essential to enhancing the overall quality of a teacher, and therefore the quality of a student's education. Normally you find that good professors, ones that have been here a long time and students really enjoy them, generally they don't stop learning. They're still in programs of their own, or they're still always learning, trying to gain new knowledge to share with their students. And the students in the focus group, and also on the questionnaires, it showed that most students decided that we should have some sort of structured system to keep every teacher learning and growing and building their knowledge, so that we can have more of a standard way of bringing up these good teachers.
I'm Malik, and I'm going to be talking about the hypothesis testing that was done. The first thing I tested was if there is sufficient evidence. Well, we found that there is sufficient evidence to reject the null hypothesis that business majors find the use of technology to be more effective than non-business majors. And the mean of effectiveness of the use of technology found from business majors is 4.05, and for non-business majors it was 3.67. Another hypothesis test that I ran, I got to the result that it is sufficient to reject. There is sufficient evidence to reject the null hypothesis that men find group work more effective than women, and the mean of the rate of effectiveness of group work among men is 3.35, and for women it's 2.86. I ran a hypothesis testing if business majors find the use of frequent quizzes to be more important than non-business majors, and the result that I got from that test was we do not have sufficient evidence to reject the null hypothesis that business majors find the use of frequent quizzes to be more important than non-business majors do. And that is all for hypothesis testing.
What did we find out? We found out that variables such as frequent quizzes that were given out weren't really significant. They didn't really play a role in the students' perspective on the effectiveness of teaching. What variables were important? Some variables that were important that were surveyed were the use of technology, and it also played a role if they were business majors or not. And also through a crosstab of question 15, if you look at the survey, 80% of the students said they moderately to strongly agree that professors should have continued learning. And that's a very statistically significant number. I mean, 80%. So since that's just a sample, I mean, you could just ponder about the percentage of the entire campus that agree with that number. So what can we conclude? Yes, that students on campus do find that professors need continued learning.